Welcome back to Well, That's Interesting. Wow, that's a really tiny snail, and that's a really teeny elephant. I'm stoked. Edition.
What? I didn't expect any of that. I don't know. I don't know how to respond.
You're speechless?
I'm speechless and so excited. Why are they so small?
They're so tiny.
Oh my God.
Today is episode 078. So tiny, so impressive, so elephant.
What? Are we going to see a tiny elephant?
We are.
Is it okay?
Oh, no.
Oh, God damn it. God damn it.
It was okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I don't
That makes me feel worse.
Oh my God. I'm Jill Chacha. And I am with the perplexed Marissa Riley.
That's me. So confused, but also so happy to be here. I need to know everything about this elephant and snail. I'm not sure.
Yes. Both. If this is your first time listening, welcome to the flock.
Welcome.
Dr. Riley here comes in cold and learns everything in real time, just like you.
It's true. I don't know if you noticed, but I really had no idea what we were going to talk about today. And I'm so surprised because usually we talk about parasites or like volcanoes or butts or some sort of combination of the three. It's happened before. But today I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, today I don't want to give too much away.
Okay.
That's why I was very vague in my elephant description on how it's doing and such, because we're going to get into it. We have a lot to get into, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, my friends, if you had to listen to In-Betweenie 071, which came out at the end of January, then you know about a recent discovery in the Antarctic.
Yes.
Yeah, the one where a team of explorers dug 2 holes, each like nearly 700 feet deep in the middle of nowhere, and they found, you guessed it, 77 new species of animals just chilling.
Oh, yeah. And these are big assholes, too. Wow, they were so big. So I'm not surprised that they found that many.
Yeah. Do you remember what they looked like? They were like really itty bitty and
tiny little things.
They looked like coral.
Yeah, like little curled up, mysterious coral.
Yeah.
Bits and bobs.
That's right. Yes, bits and bobs.
Bits and
exactly.
bobs.
Now, believe it or not, today we're going to see that in-betweenie and raise it with 2 other discoveries about other tiny friends who are breaking records and rewriting how quickly we thought adaptations can occur.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
We're going to see tiny things.
She's grabbing her face. It's great.
I'm pumped.
All right, now, so brace yourselves for some cuteness as well, because because we're going to talk about the world's tiniest land snail.
What?
Yes. And once upon a time, dwarf elephants.
Oh my God.
Dwarf elephants used to roam on what's now the island of Sicily.
Oh,
that's
my
right.
God. Tiny Italian elephant.
That's right.
I am going to explode. I want one. I know they're probably not around anymore, but I want one in the house.
Oh,
what one now?
I know. And the crazy thing is that it could fit. It's an apartment elephant. But I don't want to give anything away.
But a teacup elephant. I'm going to die. Okay. Continue.
Okay.
Sorry. I smacked you in the arm on accident.
That's
That's how thrilled I am.
I hope the mic picked that up.
Yes.
So, I guess you have a lot of equally adorable questions, but we're going to get into it and answer all of them. So we should begin.
We should.
Let's begin. So to start, let's head on over to Southeast Asia, specifically to the beautiful limestone caves of northern Vietnam.
Oh my.
I know. Now, where in the hell is all of this? Well, for my fellow geographically challenged Americans, don't worry, I got you.
Okay.
All right, everyone, please imagine China.
You got it.
All right.
So big.
So big. To the very south of China is a bit of a round landmass.
Yes.
Think of it as a clock. And at 12 o'clock, we have Laos.
Okay.
Now point to 3 o'clock, and voila, we're in Vietnam.
That was so cool. The clock thing?
The clock thing.
Nice.
All right.
No one under a certain age is going to know, though. Do people still know how to read clocks? I'm kidding.
That's another episode.
That's another. Yeah.
We'll explain that in another episode.
You got this. Google it.
Okay. And we just so happened to be with Barna Paul Gurgli. Hopefully I said that right. There's a bunch of accents in the name.
Close enough.
We're going to call this person Barna. Barna is a land snail taxonomist. They exist. Land snail taxonomist.
Like a taxidermy, but for snails?
Not taxidermy. Like, they're just really into land snails.
I see. Them. I was so far off. I was like, I don't even, that would be, what would you do? How would you reform the goo part?
That's a good question.
Do you like my scientific term, goo part? I'm such a doctor.
If you're an actual taxidermist and you've done a snail, hit us up.
Please hit us up with pictures. Yeah. I would be thrilled.
Yeah, we want to know.
I've seen a taxidermied frog before. Okay. I know because I have it at a family's house and they're positioned to look like they're playing pool.
Oh, that's right.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
That's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry. I just ruined this podcast with like the
not.
creepiest thing in the world.
No.
I don't have a picture or else I would put it on the Instagram. I'll work on getting a picture.
We'll work on that.
No one asked for this picture.
It doesn't matter. We're working on that.
Okay.
We're going to get that photo.
Amazing.
We absolutely need to.
Anyways, back to snails.
Back to Barna. Back to Barna, and Barna's with a bunch of other fellow land snail taxonomists, and they're doing what all land snail taxonomists, it's such a hard word to say,
I know.
Taxonomists love to do, scooping up dirt from the floor of a cave and plopping it into a bucket of water.
Sounds like a fucking party, man.
Yes. And after a hard day of scooping and plopping,
I'm fine.
They took their seemingly snail-free dirt samples back to the lab, where all the film and dirt on top in the bucket was removed and strained through a sieve. Okay,
nice.
Now stick with me here because we're not done.
Okay.
Now, Barna then hopped on a plane back to home base at Eötvös Loránd University in Budapest, Hungary.
Nailed it.
I did. Finally, it was here. That sieved sample could finally be magnified under some kick-ass microscopes.
Into it.
Yeah.
Into it. So. Zoom the fuck in.
That's right.
Sit the fuck down and zoom the fuck in, you guys.
Put it on
Strap
a tote.
the fuck in. Get the fuck out.
So you're ready for this. Okay,
yes.
All right. So, Dr. Marissa, I would love to show you a photo of some of what was found during this exhibition to the Southeast Asia. Now, in this photo, in the upper left-hand corner is the tip of a ballpoint pen.
Good to know. Okay.
And if you could, please tell us what else you see in this photo in proportion to that tiny point. Everyone bust out a ballpoint pen if you have it and take a look at the tip. It's fucking small.
Yeah.
And then take a look at this photo. It'll be on our social media stuff. Okay. These are snails, okay?
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. What?
Yeah.
No.
Uh-huh.
These are really small.
They're so tiny.
They're so tiny. I can actually see the point of the pen, and it's so zoomed in that they even look small zoomed in. Yes. It looks like each of these are the size of a grain of sand, and they're not full-blown snails. It's just their shells that I can see at the moment, but they're perfect little teeny tiny sort of cream or gray colored shells.
Yeah.
And they're just tiny. Like if you could snort them. Like they're so small.
Easily.
Like if I coughed, they'd all be gone. They're like if I was anywhere in the room and I just went like, they'd be in my lungs instantly.
Gone. Yeah. These are snortable snails.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Snortable snails.
Yes, my friends. May I introduce you to the newly discovered and current record holder for world's tiniest land snail. This is Angustopila samion.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Can I try it?
Yeah, go for it.
Angustopila pasamion.
Yeah.
Samion?
I'm assuming the P is silent.
Yeah, it looks like Pasamian. But But amazing.
Yeah, let's just call them Sammy.
I love
which
that.
Which is what I've been going with.
So much easier.
Now, this little cutie is so small, they had to be cleaned, quote, under a microscope with very precise brushes used by nail artists.
That actually makes so much sense.
Said, yeah. Said Barna Paul Gergely to newscientist.com. In terms of actual size, the shell of these snails, they're just 0.48 millimeters tall, or a practically non-existent 200ths of an inch.
I mean,
why? Why even exist?
Why even exist? I know smaller things exist, but just like for a snail, like
so tiny.
It's so tiny. How far do they travel in a lifetime?
That's
like
so cute.
The length of a phone.
Honestly, their diameter isn't any larger either. They have a diameter of 0.6 millimeters, still basically 200ths of an inch. Now, that's just a reflection of how small the shell is.
Oh, God, I forgot there's more to
There's more to it. Yeah, there's got to be an even smaller body to fit inside it.
Stop it.
And it turns out Sammy has just a shell volume of only 0.04 cubic millimeters.
Sammy. Wow. How?
I know. It's kind of hard to visualize. So to put that into perspective, quote, this makes the species so small that you could fit about 5 individuals inside an average grain of sand.
So I was even thinking too big.
Yeah.
Wow. That's so small.
That is so small.
Yeah.
And that quote was from Chris Sims of newscientist.com. And that's actually how this little bugger got its name, Samian. According to nationalgeographic.com, Samian derives from the ancient Greek word for grain of sand.
Stop it. That's really cute.
It is.
Oh my God, I'm not going to cry. I'm fine.
She's fine. I'm fine. So, I know what you're thinking. How can something that tiny possibly survive on a cave floor? Seems dangerous as fuck.
Yes.
Yes, you're right. In fact, they probably don't live on the cave floor where they were found.
That makes me feel better,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah.
Get this. Dr. Marissa, please tell us the Pixar-worthy scene that probably took place right before these snail taxonomists scooped them up.
Okay, I'm gonna cry.
You ready?
Jesus Christ. Nothing sadder than a Pixar movie. Here we go. Okay, from Chris Sims' article titled, The Snails... Oh, no, never mind. This is the quote. The snails probably didn't live in the caves, though, says Paul Gergely. We assume that the sediment we collected had fallen through crevices in the rock because it contains bleached, opaque shells of surface-dwelling terrestrial gastropods. The living snails, presumably live deep in limestone crevices, close to or on root systems, end quote. So they live in rock crevices.
Yeah, and then they just fell through.
And they just fell through because they're so small. Right. There's just nothing there to grip.
That's right.
There's nothing the gripping in the crevice. They just
Whoops.
They lost concentration for like 1 second, and then they're like, ah!
Exactly. I know. So
it's okay.
It's an adventure, hopefully.
That's life, you know?
That's right. That's right. You lose concentration for a second
and plummet.
You plummet to your death.
To your death.
Oh my God. So that's right. They're so small, they probably literally fell through the cracks to the cave floor, and they were discovered by accident.
Oops.
Now, my friends, our snail adventure doesn't end here. That's right. Dr. Barna and colleagues swung through northern Laos, which is located at noon on our Southeast Asia clock.
Nice.
And they struck snail gold for a second time there.
Oh, la la.
I know. Dr. Marissa, I'd like to show you a picture of what they found. And honestly, with no context, please tell us what you see, because it's a great photo. Actually, I'll give you one clue.
Okay.
They're not as small as our current title holder for world's smallest snail.
Okay.
But they did come in a close second.
Okay.
Tell us what you see in this photo. And please, everyone, like I said before, come on by our social media stuffs and take a look at this photo.
Okay.
All right.
I'm so excited. Okay. This is great. This is snail gold. This is awesome. This is the best picture I've seen in a long time. Okay. So I don't know what kind. There's a coin here. I don't know. Is it like, it looks British? It looks like a pound or something. Some sort of British coin. So imagine a coin. And next to it is a little pill capsule that's clear and filled with these little tiny snail shells.
That's right.
Like a pill. You guys, they're grain sized for pills. So if you've ever seen a pill, you probably have, because we're all sick. And the little bits and bobs inside the pill, that's what Yeah, this is gold. This is snail gold.
It's incredible.
This is just regular gold. Yep. This is great.
It is a pill full of snail shells, and it's so on brand for this podcast.
Yes. Jesus.
My friends, may I introduce you to our runner-up, the newly discovered Angustopila coprologos.
Coprologos.
There you go.
Nailed it.
It's just a smidge larger than the snail we just spoke about, who is a 0.48 millimeters tall. This one stands at 0.51 millimeters tall.
Oh my God, so close.
I
Jesus
know.
Christ.
But don't feel too bad for a coprologos. It may not have come in first, but its odd shell makes it stand out thanks to number 2, if you know what I mean.
I mean, I'm kind of like peeking at the picture. I can see a little bit.
Yeah, see a photo coming up?
Yeah, I see a photo coming up, and I would love to discuss that in length when the full photo is available.
Excellent. I have an extreme close-up of coprologos' shell. Now combined with my fancy wordplay, please tell us what you see and what you think the shell is adorned with.
I would love to. Okay, so it looks like a poop emoji. Is that what we're going for?
It does look like a poop emoji.
A more elegant way to describe it is these look kind of like little cinnabons. And,
It's got these ridges.
And it's got some sweet ridges on the inside. Sorry, I'm just so distracted by the poop emojis. And, they've got some sweet ridges on the inside.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go. And you should look at this picture. It is like perfect cinnamon roll poop.
That's right. Okay, so let's get official. Dr. Marissa, why don't you tell us what the running theory is for why or what these bumps could be?
I would love to talk about it. Is it for exfoliation? Probably not. Okay. From Douglas Mann's National Geographic article, new snail species are the world's smallest, tiniest, are the world's smallest, tinier than grains of sand. Quote, this odd creature's shell is covered with pointy projections, which are adorned with a series of mud-like beads. Adrian Jochum, a study co-author, thinks these are fecal pellets, hence its name from Greek for, quote, dung gatherer, end quote. So there's just a lot of poop stuff going on.
So much poop stuff.
Yeah. Was I even like onto something when I said the little coils looked like...
I mean, the coils did look like the poop emoji. That was the shell, and then it was covered in these bumps, these ridges, these sweet ridges, as you put it, and it's poop.
Amazing. They're just wearing the poop.
They're wearing the poop.
With pride. I respect it. It's gross, but I respect the confidence.
That's right. So, I know what else you're thinking. Why in God's name would it want to cover itself in shit? Okay, good question.
Very confident.
Well, researchers aren't exactly certain, but if we take cues from other larger snails, it could be for camouflage.
Oh.
Okay, but due to the snail's location and diet, that poop may be filled with aluminum and calcium, which is great for shell building.
Oh.
Yeah, and it could be a way to communicate by providing biochemical cues to help attract mates, like, hey, look at me, I'm healthy, let's do it, kind of thing.
Got it.
Covered in shit.
Covered in shit. Look how nice the shit is.
That's right.
I got the good shit.
That's right.
It's over here. It's right on me.
Yeah, can't miss it.
Can't miss it.
Can't miss it. Lastly, and this would be pretty ingenious if this is the actual reason, it could be using it as a kind of like mud mask to keep moisture in.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah, I love this. So
I like this one.
because the smaller you are, the faster you dehydrate, and that's bad news for a snail.
Oh my God, that's so cute. It's giving itself a little mud mask.
Still so adorable. Now, dehydration, that's one con to being small in the animal kingdom, but there's a lot of pluses too. Dr. Marissa, would you like to take turns telling the good people out there why tiny could be a good way to go and also a bad way to go?
Nothing would make me happier, Jill.
All right, let's do it.
Here we go. From the researcher's study published in the January issue of Zoology, quote, "For snails, the most obvious consideration is that smallness enables snails to enter a previously unoccupied niche, either by being able to forage in narrow spaces and or by utilizing food particles that would otherwise remain unconsumed by larger animals."
That's right. Moreover, by being small, a snail may avoid predation, either because it falls below the minimum food item size of predators, or by being able to enter spaces devoid of predators. End quote.
I don't want to bring up Marvel, but I will.
Yeah.
It's like Ant-Man.
Oh, yeah.
He's small. That's the end of my thought.
That's right.
He's small and he could be around in places.
What a hero.
What a hero.
That's right. Just like this snail.
Just like this snail. They can eat the small foods no one wants. They get the small places.
Again, hero.
I'm a doctor. I'm not a doctor.
All right, let's continue. So, one other really interesting con to being this tiny, though, is egg size and batch limitation.
Got it.
Timothy Pierce, a snail researcher at the Carnegie Museum of Natural History in Pittsburgh, brought up this good point. These eggs, which include the shell and all the organs, have to be small enough to fit through the snail as they're laid. Oh. And we're talking about an opening that's like 200 microns, which is roughly the width of a couple of human hairs.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay.
So clearly that's something that's very small and very fragile. So, like with all things, you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life. The facts of life.
I love it. Can we just awkwardly quote songs more often? Specifically, themes.
Theme songs from the 80s.
Yes, please. I can't think of a single one right now. I will think of it as soon as we're done recording.
Think of it during the break.
Okay.
Okay, after the break, Dr. Marissa, get ready. We're going to talk about the tiniest goddamn elephants that once roamed our planet.
Yes!
Stay tuned.
Please do.
We're the All Creatures Podcast. Each week, Angie and I explore and share amazing details about the many animals we share our world with.
Plus, Chris and I are both PhD scientists and educators. So we do the deep dives in the scientific research and then come back and share what we learn in a fun and casual way. We also speak with other scientists, animal experts, activists, and many other conservation enthusiasts from all over the planet.
So you can find the All Creatures Podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
Hello everyone, Stakuyi here.
And I'm Gabby.
And we are the hosts of History of Everything, a podcast which you can probably guess by the name is, well, I mean, it's about everything. Do you want to know why people thought potatoes were evil and would give you syphilis? Are you curious about all the stories of the terrible and stupid ways that people have kicked the bucket over the years? Do you want to hear tales about all of the different badasses of history and the lives that they had brought to life? Well, if so, then look no further. History of Everything is just the right podcast for you. It's available on Spotify, Pandora, and anywhere else that you get your podcast from. Join us for some fun and just see how weird and wacky history can be.
Hey everyone, Jill Chacha here from Well, That's Interesting, and I am absolutely thrilled to tell you about Spotify for podcasters. I use it, I love it, and it all started by downloading the free Spotify for Podcasters app, which has all the tools you need in one place to record and edit your masterpiece of a podcast. Spotify for Podcasters also distributes your show to all major platforms. So when you hit publish, your episodes will stream not only on Spotify, but I'm talking about the Apples, the Googles, Stitcher, Good Pods, the other ones. You get the idea. And you can monetize your podcast with no minimum listenership required. You could also set up monthly subscriptions and record ads just like this one. So what are you waiting for? Download Spotify for podcasters today and start changing the world. Oh, and please, stay interesting. And we're back.
We are so back.
We're so back. And Dr. Marissa, how do you feel when you see a baby African elephant?
Oh my God. I feel so happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's the best thing. It's pretty much the only reason I'm still on like social media is so I can
Yes.
find videos of baby animals,
Yep.
specifically elephants.
Exactly.
They're so great. They're so cute. The little trunks that they don't know how to use. Jesus Christ. It's so cute.
It's just painful.
Yeah.
It hurts the chest.
Yeah.
Now, what if I told you that was the size of some grown elephants just a few 100,000 to tens of thousands of years ago?
I mean, I would die. I would die. I would just, I would need one.
Yes.
I would just, that's so not right, but like, I would think really hard
Yes.
about how to get my hands on one.
Yes.
And I would love it. And we'd be best friends forever. Forever.
Yeah. Think about what you'd call it. Give it a name. Think about it. In the meantime, let's just
Thomas,
dive.
I don't know. I'll think of a better name.
Let's just dive right in, head first, like a baby elephant. My friends, once upon a time, about 400,000 years ago, a population of paleoloxodons swam from what we now call the boot of Italy to the island we now call Sicily.
Cool.
And something absolutely magical and adorable happened. For you see, Paleoloxodon, a now extinct straight-tusked elephant, once towered 12 feet high and weighed in at around 10 tons as an adult.
Yay.
Fucking huge. But thanks to a recent discovery exhumed from the Puntali cave located in Sicily, we now know a new species had broken off and evolved into 3 to 6 foot tall, 400-pound to 1 ton, itty-bitty dwarf elephants.
Oh my God, I'm going to cry.
She's just head in hands. She's just, you exploded.
Yeah, you broke me. You've only broken me like 3 times on this show.
Just 3?
In almost 2. Yeah, I mean, I'm a pretty tough girl, not
yeah.
to brag. But yeah, this is breaking me. This is gonna end me. Please tell me more. I'm just gonna sob over here.
Let's do it. So, I know what you may be asking. How quickly did they shrink? And
Oh my God.
how did they discover this anyway? And do you have a photo of a constructed skeleton showing just how tiny and cute they were?
Yeah.
Yes, we do. We have all of your answers and photos. So,
Thank God.
let's begin by heading over to said Puntali cave. And to do so, everyone, imagine Sicily.
Easy, you got it.
That's right. Point to the middle of the northern coast.
Okay.
Now move your finger about an inch to the left, and there is Palermo.
Oh, sounds amazing.
Now just a stone's throw away is Puntali.
Okay.
And it was here in the 1800s a variety of elephant skulls and bones were discovered and then filed away, practically forgotten about, until Sina Belka, a paleogeneticist at McMaster University in Canada.
And a hero.
Total hero, and a team of researchers from the UK, Germany, Iceland, and of course Italy. They were like, what the fuck? We need to see if we could extract any DNA from these specimens. Hello.
Yes.
There's just so many questions to answer. So, Dr. Marissa, please tell us, what did the team do to get down to business, and what did they first discover?
I would love to talk about this. My heart is beating so fast. Here we go. Okay, from the New York Times article, Shrinking Elephants Once Called Sicily Home. Quote, Dr. Bellica and her colleagues used a variety of techniques to study the rate at which the species' ancestors became dwarves, including paleogenics, paleontology, geochronology, and different dating methods. Ancient mitochondrial DNA from the Puntali elephant's fossilized petrious bone I nailed all of that, indicated it descended from a mainland counterpart, Paleoloxodon antiquus, around 400,000 years ago. The fossils excavated in the late 19th century from the Puntali cave, not far from the city of Palermo, are believed to be 50,000 to 175,000 years old, end quote. So if I had just been alive, like,
I know.
50,000 years ago
Yeah.
to 175,000 years ago in Sicily, I could have been close to one of these tiny elephants.
Yeah. And 50,000 years ago, well, actually, no. I don't want to fuck that up. But yeah, that's pretty close to human beings flopping around.
How small do you think the babies were? Oh my God.
Oh, you went there.
They were like dog size.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh no. Oh, okay. I'm fine.
It's okay. I'm patting her leg. It's going to be all right.
Okay.
It's going to be okay.
Tell me more.
So thank you, Dr. Marissa, for that. So, my friends, that means about 200,000 years or so ago, these elephants became a whole new species.
Amazing.
Now, for a human, that time frame is still hard to wrap your head around. So to put this actually very small amount of time into better perspective, the researchers estimate that it only took 40 generations to shrink down and adapt to their new island home.
That feels like nothing.
Yeah, that's
feels
it.
like
40. That's it.
Nothing.
Yeah, and we're talking about a complete transformation. As reported from Ed Cara over at Gizmodo.com, quote, they dropped 440 pounds and about 4 centimeters per generation,
Wow.
to the point of becoming nearly 1/10 their ancestors' size.
Oh my God.
Yeah, to put it into more familiar terms, the authors say that would be like modern-day humans becoming the size of rhesus monkeys, which are 25 inches tall and just 26 pounds.
I was just thinking that in terms of humans. I was
Yeah.
like, what would that look like? And it would look like a rhesus monkey.
Yeah. What?
My mind is blown. My mind is blown.
Continuing the quote, the magnitude of dwarfing resulting from this rapid evolutionary process is truly striking, resulting in a loss of body mass of almost 85% in one of the largest ever terrestrial mammals.
Oh my God.
Said study author Axel Barlow, an expert in paleogenomics. Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And molecular bioscience, because he had to throw that in too, at Nottingham Trent University in the UK.
Good for him.
That's right. As the descendants of giants, the extinct dwarf elephants are among the most intriguing examples of evolution on islands. End quote. Phew. Sorry.
I've never heard of anything. I mean, that's not true. Whales, all kinds of birds from dinosaurs or whatever. Mm-hmm. But like, what a big change.
Yeah.
In not that much time.
Not at all.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Why aren't they still here?
Yeah, that's the bad news. The theory is humans eventually got to Sicily and
we ruined everything. Everything is
sorry.
our fault.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, not only is this discovery impressive, but the fact that Dr. Belka, I say Belka, but you say Belka?
Balika?
Belka?
Who knows?
That one, and her team were able to, the fact that they were able to extract any DNA at all is incredible, because remember, this sample was exposed to the heat of the Mediterranean for thousands of years. So finding it and being able to sequence it was a fucking milestone in itself. So congrats to the team there.
Thank God. Yeah. Yes. Congrats to them for giving me this information.
That's right.
I am so much happy. I'm much a happier person now that I know about these.
So much happier. So I think it's time. Dr. Marissa, would you like to see one dwarf elephant?
Oh my God, yes!
And now this one is on the tinier end of the scale.
Good.
All right, here we go.
Oh my God, I'm gonna die. Oh, it's so small. Oh, it's so small. I'm fine.
Yeah, it's pretty painful. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie. Even just bones, I'm like just tickled. Yeah. So what I'm looking at is this. It's literally the skeleton of one of these guys, And, I don't know exactly how tall it is. The only reference I have is like a Christmas tree and this really big tortoise in the back.
Yeah.
But it looks like the height of maybe like a bear or
Yeah, I would say
a small horse. Not even a horse, much smaller.
it might come up to your waist. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And it's totally an adult too because it has tusks.
It has
So
really big
it's-
tusks.
yeah.
Like it looks like if like it was a fully formed animal, like those tusks would like it would just fall over.
Yeah.
They look the tusks look like almost the size of the animal. It's
pretty cute.
Wild. Good for them.
Pretty cute.
Amazing.
So, and let me show you another photo. This is
What a treat.
this is a nearly complete skeleton of the dwarf elephant found in Puntali. This elephant was a little taller, standing at 6 feet tall. Just a reminder, the average African elephant stands at about 10 feet tall.
Oh my god.
So this one is 6, fully grown. And here it is.
Oh, she's cute too.
Yeah.
She's cute too. I mean, it's a little elephant. I don't know what to say. It's about I'm 5'8", so it's just a hair taller than me. I realize not everyone is 5'8". But yeah, she's. I don't know what else to compare her with, but she's cute.
She's so cute. Just cute.
She's perfect. I love her.
Just cute.
I want one
Yeah, cute.com.
in the house. Yeah.
That's right. And that is the end of episode 078. Thank
my
you
God.
so much for listening, rating, subscribing, telling your friends about dwarf elephants on Sicily. My God.
My God, y'all are
Show them-
amazing. Tell the world.
Show
about
them
these.
how small it is. Show them how small those goddamn snails are.
God, they're so small. Snortable.
Snortable snails. And please, stay interesting.
Please do.